This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you go to theyoungturks.com/GoDaddy, you get the best promo codes in the world. Sean Hannity has a different sense of foreign policy. He thinks that Iraq and Kuwait owe us, and that perhaps we should just go ahead and take their oil. Now that sounds extreme. Did he really say that? Well, let's find out. Clip 7.
Two things I said. I said, why isn't Iraq paying us back with oil and paying every American family and their soldiers that lost loved ones or have injured soldiers? And why didn't they pay for their own liberation? For the Kuwait oil minister, how short his memory is. You know, we have every right to go in there and, frankly, take all their oil and make them pay for the liberation as these sheiks, et cetera, you know, were living in hotels in London and New York, as Trump pointed out. And now they're gouging us and say, oh, of course they can withstand.
All right, so there's two levels of absurdity there. First of all, hundreds of thousands of people were killed in Iraq who were civilians. At the very, very least, 66,000 Iraqi civilians killed, and apparently they're supposed to be thanking us for that wonderful liberation of Iraq that we did. And the way that they would thank us, of course, is by handing over all of their oil. You want to poll the Iraqi people on how that would go over with them? And how about all the people we told, oh, no, we're going in there just to be benevolent because we care so much about democracy and we're trying, you know, Saddam was gassing his own people. We were just trying to help them. Now Hannity changes the rules a little bit and goes, well, or we can take all their oil. But the second level of absurdity is Kuwait. Now, look, Kuwait should be grateful. We did liberate them. You know, Saddam would have taken them over, right? And the sheiks, those particular sheiks in Kuwait, for the population is a totally different matter. But at least the rulers of Kuwait should be grateful because they got to go back into power, which they wouldn't have had. But, so the way that Kuwait should thank us for their liberation is by giving us all their oil. Well, then, did we really liberate them? Or did we just liberate their oil? That's Republican foreign policy in a nutshell. By the way, I wonder how Hannity would have reacted if he was back in history and the French helped us with the American Revolution. And the French then later said, well, since we helped you, now we're going to liberate your country of all of its natural resources. We're just going to take them. Would Hannity have signed up for that? Perhaps not.
Cenk, if you want to buy a domain name, you want to know the best website to go to?
I already know it. GoDaddy.com.
First of all, they have 24/7 customer service.
If you want to download GoDaddy's free iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry app, boom, on your phone instantly. And if you go to theyoungturks.com/GoDaddy, you get all of our promo codes, like TYT1 gets you 10% off from all of your orders.
TYT3 gets you a .com domain for only $7.99.
You can't beat that.